Russia only generates 2% of the world's economic output, and that's just sad. Look at this. Russia is the largest country in the world, 6.2 million square miles, almost as big as China and the United States combined. Not only that, Russia is also the richest country on the planet when it comes to natural resource values. Look at that. $75 trillion. That's almost as much as the USA and Saudi Arabia, the runner-ups combined. In 2023, the world generated about $105 trillion of economic output, or GDP. Tell me, can you find Russia over here? Take a few minutes, pause to read. It's right here, Rus, $2.1 trillion. So actually, less than 2% of the world's GDP. And I'm supposed to believe Western media outlets saying that this little GDP producing country is a threat to what this whole part of the planet really. I mean, do you understand the scale of military budgets that these larger GDPs can actually produce if they wanted to go to war with Russia? China, on the other hand, look at that. That is a huge GDP. They could be a huge threat if they really wanted to. Let's go back to this natural resource chart and just think, how long would it take Russia to produce in GDP the total amount of its natural resource value? Okay, $75 trillion and their GDP is $2 trillion a year. So it would take Russia 35 years at their current GDP level to produce their actual natural resource value. America, our current GDP is a little over $30 trillion, so it would take us 1 year and a half to be able to produce all of our natural resource value. Look at China, all right, 23 trillion, so it'd probably take them a year and some change to produce the same. So what is Russia doing? Before Russia invaded Crimea in 2014, at the very least, Russia was the world's best stocked pantry, but now it's just what? China and India's gas station. Compare China and Russia's GDP growth from 1989. The blue line, which is pretty much flat, is Russia, and the red line is China. Oh my God. And yes, Russia had to deal with some setbacks. I mean, the Soviet Union collapsed, so they lost a large chunk of their population. They've lost some natural resources. And of course, capitalism as it was introduced couldn't really work, so they had an economic crash from that. But it's not like China was without their own foibles and catastrophes. They dealt with the Cultural Revolution, the Great Leap Forward. Tens of millions of people died. There was economic contraction after economic contraction, but they finally found a model that worked by opening themselves up to the rest of the world trade-wise, and they have a flourishing economy. Sometimes, when I even hear military experts talk about the threat that Russia still poses, I really feel like these are people just trying to prop up a dead and decaying or almost dead boogeyman that just wants to collapse or turn into dust. Anyway, Russia's been slacking, and it's not the people. It's the mentality of Russian leadership that's wrong here. I'm the GeoHussar, and remember, Russia's economic output is smaller than the state of New York's. Thanks for watching.